And welcome to Butch's Building Blocks. Let's build something beautiful today. I have a piece of Brazilian rosewood in which there is a rather large section of sapwood. Let's take this sapwood characteristics, let's cut it up into some chunks and build ourselves a beautiful cutting board. Our piece of Brazilian rosewood is 18 inches in length and 1 5/8 inches thick. This makes a pretty heavy cutting board because rosewood is very dense. Our final dimensions on the thickness probably be closer to 7/8 of an inch after we get done sanding it down. I've preset our stop block to 1 1/8 of an inch. Now we're ready to cut our sections of Brazilian rosewood. One thing you have to be aware of is that the dust from Brazilian rosewood is toxic. Make sure you have some type of dust mask on and a vacuum system to help pull the rest of the dust down. Here are our chunks that we've cut. Fold them over and take a look at what pattern we're going to end up with. Pattern of arches. But what we're going to do is we're going to take these now and we'll match them up. And that is what our final cutting board will look like, plus borders in order to clean it up and make it look very nice. We're going to do 2 separate glue ups for each half and then straighten the sap edges to match each other. This block does not get glue on that outside edge. Only these blocks will get glue. I've taken our 2 pieces, ran them through my drum sander to smooth them out. Now what we need to do is straighten up these 2 edges on my sled, and then we'll be able to glue them together. We have our 2 pieces now. Our edges have been trimmed up square. Let's do our final It's a very good glue joint, maybe a 32nd of an inch bump there. That's something that you could expect. This is the final glue up configuration of our, I'm going to call this a cathedral cutting board because that's what these look like, giant cathedral pieces. It's beautiful grain. There are some cracks here that I'm going to have to fix with some epoxy. This is what our original board was looking like. If you notice, I tried a different piece of Brazilian rosewood in order to get 4 nice peaks. I just didn't like the way this sapwood matched up to that sapwood. The color was just too far off. So I cut it off, giving us this smaller board. It's juice groove time. I'm going to start with probably a 1/16 of an inch depth cut. Brazilian rosewood is very hard. I'm going to go from a very hard, dense wood into the sapwood, which is not as dense, and then back in and around. Pass number 1 is completed. I'm going to drop it another 1/16 of an inch and run it around a second time. Made a second pass. I'm going to make one more, my final third pass, another 1/16 of an inch deeper. Finished our juice groove. Came out looking very nice. Now we're going to do a 1/4 inch round over on all sides. We sanded to 320 grit, did a water pop in between 120 and 220 and 320. Now it's time to apply a little bit of mineral oil and beeswax and see what comes out of this. Here's our first coat, came out pretty good. This sapwood turned out a little more yellow than I expected it. But other than that, I think it looks pretty darn good. We'll let that soak in for a while and add another couple coats. Here's the final configuration of our cutting board. The 3 peaks came out looking very nicely. By cutting off that one odd strip, we now have a nice diamond pattern there in the middle. This was a very good way of using a piece of rosewood that had a large amount of sapwood that otherwise would have been a detraction to making something else. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.